Please rise, ladies and gentlemen. The 16th Sangguniang Panlalawigan is now convened for its 91st regular session. The board first session as it enters the third year of service. The Honorable Vice Governor Adeline M. Angeles presiding.
The 91st regular session of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan is now called to order. The presiding officer will lead the invocation. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father God Almighty, through Jesus Christ our Lord and Savior, your dearly beloved Son, and with the Holy Spirit, we give you honor, praises, and glory for all the blessings that you are giving this province, that you are giving the leaders of this province and our constituencies. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng pagpapala at biyaya na ipinagkakaloob mo sa amin. We are lifting unto you everything that we are doing, and we are lifting unto you all our concerns, both official and personal. May you be glorified in everything that we do. May we be able to serve others, and may we be blessed also in the personal level. Take good care of all our concerns and continue to use us as instrument of your love to the community. Amen. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, pelos ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiliw, sa manlulupit, kita masisingil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo baka, ay nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang
Requesting Honorable Antonio Mangkukang III to kindly lead the board members' creed.
the board member's creed. I am a provincial board member, given the mandate to serve my constituency through responsive and effective legislation, provide dynamic leadership, promote and maximize the delivery of basic services for the general welfare under a regime of a truly consultative and a participative democracy. I impose upon myself the supreme obligation to perform and carry out the functions prescribed by law, unselfishly and with utmost dedication, thereby becoming a genuine catalyst of change in my locality and our nation.
Thank you. Requesting Sec James Solas to kindly call the roll.
Honorable Mark Julius P. Caballes, Honorable Aurelio J. Leva III, Honorable Antonio L. Mangkukang III, Honorable Bernardine Opis Mercado, Honorable Melgabal Arencabo, Honorable Mercedes Arellano, Honorable Danilo Arred, Honorable Ismael D. Pilim, Honorable Jose Neril L. Manggol, Honorable Carlos F. De Peralta, Honorable Bertinos A. Valencia. Madam Presiding Officer, with the 8 members of the board present, we have the necessary quorum for this afternoon session.
The chair then declares the presence of quorum. We can proceed with the order of business, recognizing the floor leader, Honorable Aurelio Leva III.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer. As mentioned by the Secretariat, this is the beginning of our 3rd year in service. And on that note, Madam Presiding Officer, we now go to the reading and adoption of the minutes of the previous session dated June 28, 2024. For that, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the previous session dated June 28, 2024 and consider the same as having been read without prejudice to the manifestation of corrections by the members of the board. I so move.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Proceed, Honorable Leva.
Inviting members of the board who have some corrections with the minutes of the session dated June 28, 2024.
Any corrections from the floor? Hearing none, what is the pleasure of the floor leader?
Madam Presiding Officer, I move that we approve and adopt the minutes of the 90th regular session dated June 28, 2024. I so move.
Any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Rejano. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The minutes of this Sangguniang Panlalawigan session dated June 28, 2024 is now adopted.
We now go to the matters arising from the minutes, inviting members of the board who have some matters arising from the minutes.
Any matters arising from the floor? The chair hears none. Let's proceed to the next item.
We now go to the approval and amendment of agenda for today's session. We don't have any privileged speech. We don't have any question hour. For the messages of correspondence from the governor, we have 2 items. For the communications and petitions, we have 6 items. For the municipal ordinances, for the review of the board, we have 2 items. For proposed ordinance, we have 1 item. We have 2 proposed resolutions. And for the committee report, we have 3 items. To be added is the committee report of the ibang of the Committee of the Whole led by the Committee on Environment and Human Ecology. For the calendar of business, we don't have any unfinished business. For the business for the day, we have 5 items, and we don't have any unassigned business, nor proposed ordinance and resolution for 3rd and final reading. Madam Presiding Officer, may I move for the approval of today's agenda as amended?
Any second to the motion? Any second to the motion from the floor? Duly seconded. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The agenda for today's session is now approved with amendment.
We now go to the committee reports. The first item in the committee report is the report by the Joint Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances and the Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology. And may I ask that we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Human Ecology for its committee report under committee report number 433-2024.
Honorable Tres Mangkukang is recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and to the floor leader. Committee report number 43-2024, Joint Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances, and Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology. Subject: request from the Governor for Legislative Authority to apply for Forest Land Use Agreement for other lawful purpose, flag OLP, with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DENR, for the Balogo International Port Project and Economic Zone in Santa Cruz, Marinduque. And second, request from the Governor for an authority to apply for gratuitous special use permit or GSUP with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DENR, regarding the repair, rehabilitation of Balogo Port, Santa Cruz, Marinduque. In consideration of the above titled subject matter, the Joint Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances and Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology, unto which the subject matter was referred to, hereby presents its findings and recommendations as a result of the Joint Committee hearing called for the purpose on July 3, 2024. Attendance: members of the committee, Honorable Aurelio J. Leva III, Honorable Antonio L. Mangkukang III, Honorable Mercedes Arrijano, Honorable Danilo Arred. Resource persons: Attorney Romel P. Fernandez, Mr. Simeon Diaz from DENR Penro. Request from the Governor for Legislative Authority to apply for flag OLP. Findings: Forest Land Use Agreement or flag is a contract between DENR and a natural or juridical person authorizing the latter to occupy, manage, and develop, subject to government share, any public domain and to undertake any unauthorized activity therein. Second, the Governor, on his letter dated October 25, 2023, requested the Sangguniang Panlalawigan for authority to apply for flag OLP with the DENR for the remaining portion of the Balogo Port Complex in Santa Cruz, Marinduque. Recommendation: the Joint Committee recommends for the adoption of a resolution authorizing the Honorable Governor Presbyterio J. Velasco Jr. to apply for Forest Land Use Agreement for other lawful purpose, flag OLP, with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DENR, for the Balogo International Port Project and Economic Zone in Santa Cruz, Marinduque. Request from the Governor for an authority to apply for GSUP. A previous authority has already been given by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan to the Governor through SP Resolution number 256, Series of 2022, and a gratuitous special use permit or GSUP has already been granted by the DENR, according to Attorney Romel Fernandez, Provincial Legal Officer, duly supported by Mr. Simeon Diaz of DENR Penro. Therefore, the Joint Committee hereby recommends that the letter of the Governor requesting authority to apply for gratuitous special use permit, GSUP, with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DENR, regarding the repair rehabilitation of Balogo Port, Santa Cruz, Marinduque, dated September 7, 2023, be returned. Respectfully submitted, Aurelio J. Leva III, Committee Chairperson, Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances, and member of the Committee on Environment. Antonio L. Mangkukang III, Chairperson, Committee on Environment. Mark Julius P. Caballes, Vice Chair, Committee on Rules. Jose J. Mangol, El Mangol, Vice Chairperson, Committee on Environment, Bernardine E. Opis Mercado, Danilo R. Red, and Bertinos A. Valencia, and the Vice Governor, Adeline M. Angeles. Here's the report of the committee, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mangkukang. May the presiding officer just be clarified as to whether paumanhin ha, I was not in the hearing. It's favorable to the provincial government naman that we are applying. But during the committee hearing, ay meron po bang information as to whether there are other previous applicants to the area that will be applied for by the province?
As far as the area is concerned, Madam Chair, wala namang pong napag-usapan doon at na-discuss ang DNR Penro na merong prior or naunang applicant o other applicants
Sige
sa area.
Po. Maganda rin lang ho siguro na bagamat ito'y ang direction po natin ay matanong rin po natin sa kanila if there are other applicants or previous applicants so that we will be aware kung meron tayong masasagasaan in the process. Kasi po, I got the chance to talk with somebody na nag-a-apply for fish pond. Iba naman po ito but it is similar. Fish pond lease agreement. At medyo masama ang loob sa akin. Masama ang loob sa akin, sa atin. Because siya raw ay malaki ang nagastos sa ina-applyan niya, na inintay niya ng mahabang taon, ilang taon, para maaprubahan. At nung malapit ng maaprubahan ay, ngayon ay hindi pala maaprubahan dahil ang sabi ay nasa provincial government. So hindi ko naman masyado maintindihan yung kanyang binabanggit, pero alam ko that we issued an authority to apply for similar, di po ba? So it just made me, ako ho ay medyo tinatapik-tapik ko na lang yung tao. I got his name at ang banggit ko na lang ay titingnan ho namin kung alin po yung sinasabi. But it gave me a realization, this presiding officer realized that sometimes maganda rin palang tingnan if we are applying for agreements like this, ay maganda rin tingnan if the area is covered by other applications. At nasa DENR naman yon at nasa atin naman yon whether or not we will pursue. Pero just for us to be reminded na baka nga may mga nasasagasaan tayo along the way, we can calibrate things or we can sabagay, hanggat wala namang inaano sa kanila ang DENR, wala pa rin naman silang rights over that. But still, noting na sensitivity to the other applicants, baka tingnan din po natin yon. So it's just I just want to share my thoughts with regard to situations like this. So, but for the meantime, the recommendation of the committee is to give authority. So, what is the pleasure? Any motion to...
Madam Presiding Officer, added information during the committee hearing. I think Attorney Romel Fernandez made mention that the municipality of Santa Cruz is intending to venture a joint utilization of the area, but as of now, it is not yet materialized.
During the meeting po ba ay napag-usapan if Santa Cruz has formally acted on their intention or...
Wala pa pong formal.
Wala pa po.
Wala naman. Okay. So maybe we will kung wala pang official na information tayo with regard to that, ayun. But anyway, that can be a possible next step just in case we continue. So walang may application ba ang ang municipal government ng Santa Cruz?
They are intending to apply for a
Intending.
joint venture.
Okay.
But as of the moment, wala pa pong ano. And as a matter of fact, Madam Presiding Officer, the DNR has already granted a gratuitous special use permit for 5 years in favor of the provincial
Province.
government of
Okay.
Marinduque.
Okay. So we will leave it to our local chief executive. Probably he is aware naman of that intention of the municipal government of Santa Cruz. Yes, Honorable Lim.
Madam Chair, if my memory serves me right, when we granted the chief executive the authority relative to the fish ponds, our data the data that we gathered is that from DNR is that these fish ponds, and from our Department of Agriculture is that these fish ponds were either abandoned or the terminated, or the lease contracts have lapsed many years for quite some time already. So no, there was no information that there are any pending applications whatsoever during that time.
Yeah.
So I wonder if I wonder about the validity of that information that you just mentioned, or the truthness of it, and perhaps if the party could justify that there were pending applications for so many years, perhaps maybe with the indulgence of the chief executive, we can make considerations also. Otherwise there is injustice on the part of that party.
Thank you, Honorable Lim. So maybe that is also a disposition on our part during committee hearing to request also information from our resource persons whether there are other third-party applicants on areas or projects that we are applying, so that we just know if there are other parties involved in what we are applying for, and we can make necessary disposition. So thank you, Honorable Lim. But for now, authorities had been given.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Honorable
if
Lim.
what was mentioned to you and if that information that you divulge is the truth, then there is injustice indeed.
The presiding officer will get again the name. It's in my notebook. Okay. So again, what is the pleasure of the reporting committee chair with regard to the committee report?
Madam Chair, I formally move for the adoption and approval of the committee report number 43-2024 of the Joint Committee on Rules, Laws and Ordinances and Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology. I so move, Madam Chair. And likewise, the accompanying resolution be transferred out of business for today. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any objection to the motion for the adoption of the committee report as rendered? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The committee report rendered by Honorable Mangkukang is now adopted, and the corresponding resolution will be included in the business for the day.
Madam Presiding Officer, may this representation be recognized for the committee report of the Committee on Rules, Laws and Ordinances.
Proceed, Honorable Leva.
Committee report number 434, series of 2024 of the Committee on Rules, Laws and Ordinances on the subject Municipal Ordinance number 2024-376 of PUAC and Municipal Ordinance number 284 series of 2024 of Santa Cruz. The Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances, unto which the above-mentioned subject matter is referred to, is ready to submit its findings, recommendation to this august body for consideration and legislative action. Attendance to the meeting, members of the committee, the Honorable Adeline M. Angeles, yours truly, Honorable Jose Neril M. Mangol, and Honorable Mercedes Arellano, and Honorable Dalino Arred. Resource persons, Honorable Medwin R. Manuel, Vice Mayor of Santa Cruz, Honorable Isagani Revilla, Sangguniang Bayan of Santa Cruz, Honorable Rosario Recalde, Sangguniang Bayan Secretariat, Ms. Mary Joy Maltasar, SB Staff, Engineer Roberto Ricormoso, Assessor, Engineer John Ilbert Garay, Zoning Officer 1 of BUAC, Ms. Marian Cunanan, PPDO, and Mr. Nemesio Piñaroyo Jr. of the Office of the Municipal Planning and Development Coordinator. On Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-376 of BUAC, the Sangguniang Bayan submitted Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-376 entitled An Ordinance Approving the Subdivision Plan of a Proposed Ermita Highland Subdivision Project located at Barangay Tampus, Buwak, Marinduque, registered in the name of Mr. Silvestre L. Sulit, covered by Transfer Certificate of Title Number 2061-2000-0222 of the Register of Deeds for Buwak, Marinduque, containing an area of 38,360 square meters more or less, in compliance with Municipal Ordinance Number 2015-159, otherwise known as the Revised Land and Water Use and Zoning Regulations Code of 2015 and Presidential Decree Number 957, otherwise known as the Subdivision and Condominium Buyers Protective Decree, and Batas Pambansa bilang 220, otherwise known as an Act authorizing the Ministry of Human Settlements to establish and promulgate different levels of standards and technical requirements for economic and socialized housing projects in urban and rural areas, subject to compliance to Municipal Ordinance Number 2018-243, otherwise known as the Revised Revenue Code of 2018, Republic Act 7279, otherwise known as the Urban Development and Housing Act of 1992, and Presidential Decree Number 1216, amending Section 31 of Presidential Decree Number 957 for review of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. The said ordinance was referred to the Provincial Land Use Committee for technical review and necessary recommendations as provided for in Section 56 of Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. Number 3, pursuant to PILOC meeting held last June 25, 2024 via Zoom in consultation with the Department of Human Settlement and Urban Development representative, recommendations were submitted to Sangguniang Panlalawigan as follows. The Sangguniang Bayan of Buwak may apply for either classification of the land into a residential area or for the LGU to issue certification that the subject land is classified under mixed zoning zone. The subject area is being applied for a subdivision project is a commercial zone medium density as per Municipal Ordinance Number 2015-189, and the issuance and approval of development permit applied by the developer is responsibility of the LGU, and intervention and action of the PILOC is no longer necessary. Another information is that according to the Municipal Zoning Officer of the Municipality of Buwak, the subject area is under commercial zone medium density, and to which one of the allowable uses is the residential use. Recommendation: based on the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the adoption of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-376 as valid and within the power of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. Municipal Ordinance Number 284 of the Sangguniang Series of 2024 of Santa Cruz. Findings: the Sangguniang Bayan of Santa Cruz submitted Municipal Ordinance Number 284 Series of 2024 entitled An Ordinance Converting the Area in Mabini Street at Barangay Banahaw, Santa Cruz, Marinduque to be used as residential lots for urban poor settlers for review of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. The said ordinance was referred to the Provincial Land Use Committee for technical review and necessary recommendations as provided for in Section 56 of Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. Pursuant to PILOC meeting held last June 25, 2024 via Zoom in consultation with the SUD representative, recommendations were submitted to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan as follows: to de-establish the area or road as to its actual use since it is not classified as alienable and disposable. B, to apply to the DNR for the classification of the area as alienable and disposable that is designated for public use. To classify the area into a residential area. To look for the applicability of urban poor and consider the use of socialized housing in the ordinance. And E, as an additional information, the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, Volume 2 Land Use Plan of the Municipality of Santa Cruz was referred to PILOC on February 5, 2024 and is undergoing process. Recommendation, therefore, the committee hereby recommends that Municipal Ordinance Number 284 Series of 2023 entitled An Ordinance Converting the Area in Mabini Street at Barangay Banahaw, Santa Cruz, Marinduque to be used as residential lots for urban settlers be returned to the Sangguniang Bayan of Santa Cruz with the recommendation from the Provincial Land Use Committee for guidance and in consultation with the SUD. Respectfully submitted, yours truly, Honorable Mark Julius P. Caballes, Honorable Nerel L. Manggol, Honorable Bertinus A. Valencia, and Honorable Adeline M. Angeles, Vice Governor and ex officio member. Madam Presiding Officer, may I move for the adoption of Committee Report Number 434, Series of 2024 of the Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Leva. Any clarificatory question with regard to the committee report rendered? Hearing none. There is a pending motion for the adoption of the committee report. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The committee report number 434-2024 of the Committee on Laws, Rules, and Ordinances is now adopted.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I ask to recognize the Chairperson of the Committee on Health and Nutrition, the acting Chairperson rather, for the Joint Committee Report of number 435-2024 of the Joint Committee on Environment Protection and Human Ecology and the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
The gentlelady from Santa Cruz, Honorable Mercy Rejano, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Committee Report number 35-2024, Joint Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology and Committee on Health and Nutrition. Subject: request of the Governor for an authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Earth Clean Environmental Management Corporation and Integrated Waste Management, Inc. for the transportation and treatment of hazardous waste of the Marinduque Provincial Hospitals. In consideration of the above-titled subject matter, the Joint Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology and Committee on Health and Nutrition, unto which the subject matter was referred to, hereby presents the recommendation as a result of the Joint Committee hearing called for the purpose on July 4, 2024. Attendance: member of the committees, Honorable Mangkukang, Honorable Mercedes Rejano, Honorable Aurelio J. Leba, Honorable Danilo Red, Honorable Jose Nerel Manggol, Resource Person Engineer Jan Mar Handa, MPH, and Engineer Joshua Raiden Santos, MPH. There is, ako po lang po, may idadagdag din doon sa findings na that's why we are required to have this resolution because na-find out po natin na ang ating pong provincial hospital ay punong-puno na po yung kanilang likodan para mapag-imbakan po ng ating mga waste, ng ating mga hazardous waste. At ito po ay kailangan natin na kailangan na dito sa ating lalawigan na magkaroon tayo ng kakontrata dito ng ating kakontrata para sa mag-pull out ng ating mga mai-transport ang ating mga hazardous waste dito sa ating from our provincial hospital. And so with that the recommendation, the Joint Committee hereby recommends for the adoption of a resolution authorizing the Honorable Governor Presbytero J. Velasco Jr. to enter into a Memorandum of Agreement, MOA, with the Earth Clean Environmental Management Corp and Integrated Waste Management Inc. for the transportation and treatment of the hazardous waste of the Marinduque Provincial Hospital. Ka-include rin po dito yung dalawang hospital po ng the District Hospital, Santa Cruz District Hospital and the Torrijos Community. Respectfully submitted, Mercedes Arellano, Acting Chair Committee on Health, Antonio L. Mangkukang III, Chair Committee on Environment, Member, Aurelio Leba III, Member, Committee on Health and Environment, Jose Nerel Mangol, Vice Chair, Committee on Environment, Jose de Peralta, Member, Chair, Committee on Health, Danilo Arled, Committee on Health, Adeline M. Angeles, Vice Governor ex officio Member. I so move for the adoption of this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Rejano. May the presiding officer just be clarified, ito po ay walang bayad?
May bayad po. May bayad po. Kita po yung generator. Ang meaning po, yung kita po yung nag-o-on. Yun po ay may bayad po tayo per kilo po.
Tayo po ang babayaran.
Magbabayad po tayo.
Magbabayad tayo
kasi
sa
kita po yung
kanila.
magta-transport. Parang I think 50 pesos, 55 pesos per kilo.
Before po ay, naalala ko po na ang DENR, I think may MGB or EMB ay nag-donate sa atin or may MOA po tayo sa kanila din ng parang may idodonate silang facility.
Ban.
Okay po. So, that is related po doon?
Yeah, yes. At yun po ay hindi pa po ginagamit natin ngayon kasi hinihiling pa rin po natin. Ano sabi Mr. Red? Ano nga ang sabi kahapon ay na engineer? Pero once na matransport po yung ibang nandiyan, ay magagamitin na po natin yun. At yun po ay mayroon ng kanya-kanyang lalagyan, container. Yung ba na nandiyan. Kaya, at they said na yun daw pong ba na yun, yung daw pong drum na yun ay napupuno within 6 months ng mga hazardous waste. Most especially po noong ating nitong pong COVID, pati po yung mga PPEs ay doon po pala yun inilalagak nila. Ay, kaya naman po medyo nag-exist. Ngayon lang daw po yan tayo magkakaroon talaga ng Memorandum of Agreement with the Earth Clean na ito po ay isa lamang dito sa Mimaropa, Region 4. Kasi yan pong iba daw nito, madalang ang na-accredit na magkaroon ng mga ganitong mga hazardous waste ng collector.
So, yung pong ang babayaran po natin ay yung transporter po o yung
Katay
yung
po
treater.
natin. Yung pong Yung transporter.
Yung transporter po.
Oo
Pero
po.
hindi nila gagamitin po yung ating facility.
Hindi po. Sila po ang may dala nung ano pa parito.
Sige po. Thank you, Honorable Leva.
Ako po ay member ng committee, kaya lang po ay sabay ito ginandak. Yun po bang Earth Clean Environmental Management Corporation, ayun din po baga ang transporter?
Yes po.
Paano po natin napili siya as our transporter? Ano po ang methodology yung ginamit? Meron po ba dyan ng bidding? Meron po ba yung or exclusive distributor po siya?
Noting that we will pay them.
Noting that we will pay them. Baka po meron po kita ng adverse findings sa Commission on Audit kung magbabayad po tayo.
Yes, any answer po, mag-reply po muna.
Madam
Then,
Chair.
Vocal Red is
Madam
recognized.
Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. According to Engineer John Mark Handa and Engineer Joshua Raiden Santos, Madam Chair, pinakamababa na itong Earth Clean na ano na to. Itong
50 per kilos.
55
Ano po
pesos
ang
per kilo.
ano po ang
Nag-canvas na po sila, Madam Chair. Yung
So,
iba, ang presyo nila
nag-undergo
mga-
po sila ng
Yes,
procurement
Madam Chair.
process of services?
Yes, Madam Chair. Ang mga nag-apply daw po sa ating hospital at ganun din sa ating governor, 75 pesos per kilo. Ito na daw po ang pinakamababa, Madam Chair. Actually, meron po akong propose kahapon na idaan sana ito sa committee meeting, committee hearing. Kaya lang ang naging sabi nga ng ating committee chairman, urgent ba yun?
So maganda po siguro, may point din po na malagay sa isang whereas clause kung sila po yung naging lowest,
Yes.
nag-offer ng most favorable offer, maganda ring ma-quote yung process if ever. That based on the
Yes, Madam
canvas done, para may reference.
Yes.
Yes, Honorable Red, meron pa pong dagdag. Then, Honorable Rihano.
Lang, Madam Chair.
Kasi according po dun sa dalawa nating resource person kahapon, kasama na rin daw po at alam na ng ating mahal na gobernador, lalo na po yung sa naghanap din daw po ng the lowest na bidder doon sa bibili noong ating hazardous waste.
Yes,
Sino po ang
Honorable
nag-conduct dapat po nating malaman kung sino po ang nag-conduct ng canvas, kung ito po ay dumaan doon sa legal body natin na nagkakandak nito, which is the
Yes.
Bids and Awards Committee. Kung ito po ay sana ay merong notice of award na upon scrutiny of the papers, the technical aspect of the project, the financial aspect of the project, ay malaman po natin kung ito po ang rekomendasyon ng Bids and Awards Committee. Kasi kahit po nag-canvas, kung ang canvas naman po ay ginawa lamang ng mga engineer, ay makukonsider ba natin yun as legal? Ang inaano ko po dito ay once na tayo ay nagbigay ng authority, ay sa atin na po napapunta yung burden na bakit natin binigyan siya ng authority ay hindi naman dumaan kung hindi talaga. Pero kung talagang dumaan, let us verify the proceedings that happened before it went to sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable Red.
Madam Chair, actually, Madam Chair, may recommendation po ako sa ating chairman ng committee na sana idaan sa committee hearing. Kaya nga lang po approved by the governor na daw. Di umano. Kaya lang sangayon kay Bukal Leva, siguro po nga yung dumaan muna ito sa committee hearing para malaman. Pero ang sabi naman po ni engineer na nung dalawang engineer na resource person natin ay na-review na daw po yung MOA ng ating pong legal officer natin na Madam Chair. Hindi ko lang naisip kahapon yung possible na baka magkaroon ng problema doon sa bidding. Kung talagang dapat i-bidding ito, Madam Chair. Kasi ito nga ay magbabayad ang probinsya natin ng more than 100,000 per year. Per year. Kasi more or less mga 70 kilos tayo a day ang ating pong na basura. Times 30 po yung sa amin, then 30 days. Then, yung monthly, ang ating pong pagbibiyahe ng basura natin. So, kinompute po, parang sa 1 year po, gagastos tayo ng more than 100,000. Depende po sa pero maximum na daw po natin basura yung 70 kilos per day. Yun po. Kaya lang ang tanong ko po dito, paano yung ating district hospital ng Santa Cruz at saka Torrejos? Paano po maita-travel dito yung Natanong ko rin po, na-take up ko rin po yun. Dapat po ay sila ang kukuha ng mga hazardous sa waste ng Santa Cruz at Torrejos, Madam Chair.
Okay. Thank you po. We understand na maganda yung intention, pero tama rin lang yung dun sa process. Dito, tiningnan ko yung letter ni Dr. Makayaon at baka sakaling dun sa letter niya ay i-mention niya dun sa endorsement niya na that is the lowest offer.
Meron daw pong legal review yung legal office.
Oo. Meron daw.
Okay po. Mukha pong may it's worth noting yung legal review dahil important yung mga ilang recommendations like yung pag-mention ng specific fee. Kagaya nun, hindi clear kung magkano yung ibabayad although there is mention of amount pero wala nga doon sa draft. This office finds that this arrangement is onerous for the province.
Oh.
So, medyo critical yung may underline na yon. So, which arrangement? Kasi may 2% interest, I think it needs to be It needs to be, will it be okay for the reporting committee chair to reconsider? Maybe maganda hong maisa-isa po natin ito. So that we can be guided po.
Okay.
So, what is the pleasure of the reporting committee chair? Would you mind moving for a deferment of the committee report?
Madam Presiding Officer, I move na we rescheduled we rescheduled a committee hearing regarding this for some additional information and to clarify all the some comments regarding this committee, the Joint Committee on Environmental Protection, Human Ecologies, and Committee on Health and Nutrition. I so move.
So, thank you, Honorable Rehana. So, for the meantime, you are deferring the continuation of your committee report. So, the reporting committee chair is moving for the deferment of her committee report, and rather they will, and instead they will schedule some meetings in relation to this. Thank you, Honorable Rehano. So the committee report for now is being deferred. Yes, Honorable Leva.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I ask that we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology, for the committee report number 436/2024 of the Committee on the Whole, led by the said committee.
The gentleman from Mogpog, Chair of the Committee on Environment, is recognized. Honorable Mangkukang.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Here's the committee report of the Committee of the Whole, number 436/2024. Subject, letter from the Governor submitting his comments, opinion on Provincial Ordinance number 216 series of 2023 or the Marinduque Environment Code. The committee unto which the above titled subject matter was referred to hereby present its findings and recommendations for appropriate legislative action of the Board. Antecedent facts. First, proposed ordinance number 16-13, authored by Vice Governor Adeline M. Angeles, after several years in the legislative mill and a series of hearings and consultations between and among stakeholders, was enacted by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan on December 15, 2023, and was denominated as Provincial Ordinance number 216, series of 2023, or the Marinduque Environment Code. Second, the enrolled Provincial Ordinance number 216, series of 2023, was forwarded to the Office of the Governor for his approval on May 8, 2024. Third, on May 24, 2024, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan received a letter from the Governor returning the ordinance without his signature and submitting his comments, opinion on the same. The letter was calendared on May 31, 2024 and was referred to the Committee of the Whole. Fourth, a committee members' caucus was held on June 13, 2024. The findings. As requisite to the enforceability of an ordinance, the concurrence approval of the local chief executive is necessary as provided for in Section 54, Republic Act 7160. Otherwise, he shall veto it and return the same to the Sanggunian with his objections. The veto shall be communicated to the Sangguniang within 15 days. Otherwise, the ordinance shall be deemed approved as if he had signed it. A cursory reading of the letter, the Governor, although implied, never invoked the word veto, but reasoned out why he did not sign the legislative measure. Second, based on the facts above stated, the Office of the Governor is a day short of communicating the comments, opinion of the Governor to the Sanggunian. Hence, Provincial Ordinance number 216 series of 2023 may be considered deemed approved, but with the stature of the Governor as among the legal luminaries of the land, his comments and opinion have a great weight and must be considered. Recommendation. Therefore, based on the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan in Bank that the Marinduque Environment Code be amended, taking into consideration the comments and opinion of the Governor, specifically on Section 42 thereof, and the proposed ordinance entitled amending the Marinduque Environmental Code be approved for first reading and be referred to the concerned committee for proper disposition. Section 42 be read as Section 42, mining activities. Mining activities except sand and gravel quarrying shall not be allowed in the province unless full and comprehensive remediation, rehabilitation, and reconstruction measures have been undertaken in the areas affected by the previous mining operations. Section 43, be read as Section 43, Utilization of Quarrying Resources. The quarry and utilization of sand, gravel, and boulders in the province is done by the Marinduque Provincial Government Sand and Gravel Economic Enterprise, is being regulated by the PMRB. Other quarry resources within the province may be extracted only through a permit approved and issued by the Provincial Mining and Regulatory Board, or PMRB, pursuant to the ordinance of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, pursuant to Section 43, Republic Act 7942, and Section 138, Republic Act 7160, to qualified person and under conditions required in the provincial ordinance, and future amendments thereto, which is hereby adopted as an integral provision of this code, provided all individuals, partnership, or corporation shall rehabilitate the areas subject thereof or affected thereby to their original condition, pursuant to Presidential Decree number 1198. Respectfully submitted, Adeline M. Angeles, Vice Governor and Chairperson, Committee of the Whole. Concord by all Sangguniang Panlalawigan members. Here's the committee report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mangkukang. Any other additional information? Note, yes, Honorable Caballes.
Madam Chair, just a manifestation or clarification. Is this the amended version of the committee report? Tama po, Sir James? No? Because I think it should reflect the, or at least it should reflect the comments made by the governor. Because if you read the recommendation in this committee report, the message that it conveys is that the opinion or the manifestation of the governor is reflected in Section 42 as it is shown in this committee report. But as was clarified during the committee of the whole meeting, it should be clear that this is a proposal of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, because if you compare the original proposal of the governor and the counter proposal of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, it has very different tenors. So just to be fair to the governor or to the executive, I think we should find another sentence, or we should reword the phrase taking into consideration the comments and opinion of the governor, specifically in Section 42 thereof. Yeah, that's the yun lang po, Madam Presiding Officer.
Honorable Mangkukang is recognized.
Madam Chair, this representation formally moves for the temporary deferment of the adoption and approval of this Committee of the Whole Report number 46-2024 until next Committee of the Whole meeting. I so move, Madam Chair.
Okay. So the disposition on the committee report with regard to this particular item is now deferred until things are better clarified. Okay. Thank you, Honorable Mangkukang.
Madam Presiding Officer, before we continue, I would like to move for a reconsideration that the accompanying resolution of the Committee Report number 434/2024 of the Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances be transferred to the business for the day. I was not able to move that earlier.
Thank you, Honorable Leva. The motion is approved as part. It is already part of an adopted report.
Yes, Madam. We now go to the committee report of the Committee on Education, Culture, and the Arts with regards to the Memorandum of Understanding with the Philippine Science High School, Mimaropa.
The Chair of the Committee on Education, Honorable Danilo Red, is recognized.
Madam Chair, I move for I formally move for the adoption of
The recommendation first, Honorable Red, what is the recommendation of the committee?
Madam Chair, the committee approved for the granting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement of understanding by and between the provincial government of Marinduque, represented by Governor Presbitero Velasco, and Philippine Science High School, Mimaropa Region Campus, represented by Mr. Romeo C. Ongpoy Jr. Madam Chair, I move for the adoption of this committee report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Red. Is there any objection for the adoption of the committee report as rendered by Honorable Red with favorable recommendation to the request of the Governor? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The committee report rendered by the Chair of the Committee on Education, Honorable Red, is adopted.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable Red.
And the accompanying resolution be transferred to business of the day, Madam Chair.
And likewise, the resolution as an offshoot of the adopted report will be transferred to business for the day. Thank you, Honorable Red.
We now go to the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation.
Honorable Ismail Lim, the Chair of the Committee on Appropriation, is recognized. Lagi pa rin akong kay Bukal Caballas napapatingin. Yes, Honorable Lim.
Madam Chair, I present here with committee report of the Committee on Appropriations. With the recommendation, giving a favorable recommendation to propose resolution number 2024-748 and entitled resolution providing supplemental appropriation in the total amount of 1,100,000 pesos under the Office of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Legislative for the purchase of conference table, chairs, sound system, and wireless projector for the Vice Governor's Conference and Multipurpose Hall. With details are to wit: 1. Furniture and fixtures, 400,000. Other property and equipment, 700,000 pesos. The total amount of 1,100,000 pesos. Madam Chair, I hereby move for its adoption.
Any objection from the motion of the reporting committee chair? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The committee report as rendered by Honorable Ismail Lim is now adopted.
Moving further, Madam Chair, that the corresponding the corresponding resolution be transferred to business of the day.
Likewise, the corresponding resolution as an offshoot of the adopted report will now be considered in the business for the day.
Thank you, Madam
Thank you,
Chair.
Honorable Lim.
Another is the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation for resolution number 2024-749.
Yes, Honorable Lim.
Again, Madam Chair, the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation, I present here with relative to the proposed resolution number 2024-749 entitled the resolution providing supplemental appropriation in the total amount of 400,000 pesos under the Office of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Legislative for the purchase of additional materials, equipment for the paperless session and legislative tracking system. Madam Chair, I so move for its adoption.
Thank you, Honorable Lim. Any objection to the adoption of the report as rendered? Hearing none.
Madam Presiding Officer,
Yes, Honorable
just a clarification,
Leva.
because when we are approving resolutions of appropriation, there is an itemized item for supplies and materials and equipment. Do we need to break down the 400,000 for whatever purpose it, because it's according to the title, it's for additional materials and equipment. Do we need to itemize how much is for the materials and how much is for the equipment?
Okay. Requesting the assistance na lang of our secretariat with regard to the details of the...
Yes,
Yes.
if possible, it included in the resolution.
Okay.
Madam Chair, we submit to the request of the floor leader, and we will provide the details later on, because we have full trust and confidence to the author.
No, the secretariat will make the necessary details with regard to the specific accounts.
Okay.
Yes, thank you,
Madam Chair.
Honorable Lim.
And
So
moving, okay.
what is the pleasure of the reporting committee chair?
Madam Chair, I move for the adoption of the said committee report.
There's a motion to adopt the committee report as rendered. Any objection? Of course, with the assumption that the details will be included already in the resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The committee report as rendered is now adopted, including the recommendations. Thank you, Honorable Lim.
Moving further, Madam Chair, that the proposed committee report, that the proposed resolution be included in the business of the day.
Likewise, the corresponding resolutions will be included in the business for the day. Thank you, Honorable
Thank you,
Lim.
Madam Chair, Mr. Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Eva.
That closes our committee reports. Before we go, Madam Presiding Officer, to the business for the day, the chairperson of the Committee on Health and Nutrition is seeking for reconsideration of the previously approved committee report, previously rendered committee report of the Committee on Health and Nutrition and the Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology. May we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
What is the pleasure of Honorable Rihano?
Thank you very much, Honorable Presiding Officer and Mr. Floor Leader. This regarding to the committee report rendered just a few minutes ago. We have observed that there is a given legal review of the provincial legal officer on of the committee on regarding the authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Earth Clean Environmental Management Corps and the Integrated Waste Management Incorporated. Since we have found out that there are so many more to tackle with this, and the committee hereby moves that we will return the request authority for the authority to without a favorable action to MPH to consider the various findings of the Attorney Fernandez on the draft MOA. I so move.
So the committee will no longer conduct a committee meeting?
We will return, the secretary will return back to MPH because of the committee, because of the legal advice and review of the legal officer.
Okay, thank you po. Siguro ay maganda rin ho na maisama doon sa communication or siguro ho tayo mismo kung hindi man sa kanila, yung pong proseso pagdating sa ganito. Kasi yung pong comment ng ating provincial legal officer has something to do already with the content, with the provisions of the MOA. Pero with regard to the process, ano po ba nga ang proseso na ating ina-adapt sa province pagdating po sa eto'y parang service provider na po sila di po
Opo.
ba?
With this na po, regarding this po parang napansin po natin ito po ay hindi lang po, sorry po doon sa review po nung aming before we tackle the committee, hindi po napansin din yung observation ng legal officer na yun po pala, bakit po napadala dito sa atin samantalang na-include po doon sa inahingi pong memorandum of nang inihingi sa atin na request ng authority nakasama po yung sana po hindi na nila pinadating dito sa atin sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan at doon na lang po sana nila at may findings naman po sila.
Correcto. Or sino po ba ang nag-refer nito sa sa legal?
Para pong si Doktora Annette. Kay Doktora galing po doon. Upon the approval of the governor, nakalagay naman po doon yung request niya na padala din ay with the approval of the governor. Pero baka po naman po may bigay naman po ang hindi rin po siguro na ng review ng ating legal officer yung kanyang na dapat ay doon na lang po sa kanila inayos na at mayroon pala namang mga comments.
Okay po. So ang nais po ninyo ay mag-render ng committee report with recommendation already to return.
Okay po. Yun na lang po. Yun to return the request for authority of the governor.
Is that a formal committee report and recommendation?
Yes, I move that I move for that we return the request for authority without favorable action to MPH to consider the various findings of Attorney Fernandez, our legal officer, on the draft MOA.
Okay, thank you po. So there is a committee report being requested for reconsideration from the committee headed by Honorable Rejano. And any objection to that report with recommendation that the communication be returned to kanino po i-return? To the MPH, but it's good to inform, copy furnish also the governor, or kasi it was approved by the governor. Yun nga po, hindi siya endorsed by the governor but approved by the governor. So with that,
thank you very much.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The committee report as rendered is now adopted. And requesting the secretary, our good secretary, to just kindly facilitate the communication. Yes, Honorable Leva.
We now go to the business for the day, Madam Presiding Officer. The first item in the business for the day is the proposed ordinance number 16-42. May I ask the secretary to please read the title of the said ordinance?
Proposed ordinance number 16-42 entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Bayanihan sa 3-Arbaya Program or Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic in the Department of Education, Schools Divisions of Marinduque, providing mechanisms for its implementation, appropriating funds therefore and for other related purposes, authored by Honorable Aurelio J. Leva III, Chairperson of the Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances, Honorable Danilo Arred, Chairperson of the Committee on Education, Culture, and the Arts, and co-authored by Honorable Mercedes Arejano, Honorable Ishmael D. Pilim, and Honorable Jose Neril L. Manggol.
Okay, this is for second reading. And what is the pleasure of the...
May I ask that we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Education, Culture, and the Arts for the sponsorship of the said measure.
Yes, the sponsor, Honorable Red, Chair of the Committee on Education, is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Because of I am the chairperson of the Committee on Education, Culture, and Arts, and I am the one of, and I am the
Author?
sponsor of this ordinance, Madam Chair. I move for the to open the deliberation and the
Debate.
Okay, thank you.
interpellation, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Red. The table is now open for interpellation.
And deliberation, Madam Chair.
Any interpellation from the floor? Yes, Honorable Leva.
I am the author of one of the authors of the said measure, but I just would like to amplify the observation of the presiding officer when it was reported last week that we need to have the time frame as it was already mentioned here during the budgeting, but I would like to propose that it be clarified and as one of the section, and I would like to reserve my right to propose an amendment later that we add another section for the duration, that this program is for 5 years, extendable for a maximum period of 5 years, depending on the assessment and recommendation of the Department of Education. So, at saka siguro po ay provided for that every year ng implementation, the Department of Education should provide for an assessment. May nakalagay na po dyan sa budgetary, but I would just like to make it of record na the program is not an endless, kasi it may be construed na 5 years as specified, pero pwede pang magdagdag. So, ang gusto ko lang pong may dagdag dito ay yung duration mismo ay ilagay, then extendable sa maximum of 5 years depending on the assessment and recommendation of the Department of Education, Division of Marinduque.
Okay po, thank you. And the reservation for that particular right to propose that kind of amendment in the period of amendment is noted. Pwede po bang malaman kung dito po ba sa ordinansa ay merong period, merong provision para sa regular assessment?
Meron po.
Meron naman po. Sige, may the
Madam
presiding
Chair,
officer
Madam Chair,
be enlightened. Yes,
gusto ko rin po sana
Honorable.
na maisama dito na yung 1 million natin na ibibigay for yearly for 5 years, magdi-depend po siguro sa sa assessment nila, kasi possible po na mabawasan yung mga may problemang bata, kaya pwede pong mabawasan yung 1 million, pero hindi na po pwedeng madagdagan, hanggang 1 million lang tayo.
Okay po.
Madam Chair.
Okay po.
Kaya Bukaljo,
Ay kung ganun po ang tama po yon, kasi sana po nga ay merong yearly assessment.
yes.
Kung ganun po yung dapat po yung wording ng funding ay the PGM shall appropriate from the general fund a maximum of
1 million.
hindi man at least a maximum of 1 million annually,
Subject to the result of annual assessment.
subject to the result of annual assessment, which shall be from, pwede na pong idagdag doon, 5 years from the approval of this ordinance and may extended to another maximum of 5 years depending on the assessment and recommendation of the Department of Education.
Okay po. Please take note of that possible amendment in the period of amendment, as well as the that will be reflective of the manifestation by Honorable Red. Meron pa po bang karagdagang katanungan, paglilinaw? Okay. Thank you for the reminder. Our good secretary is advising us that maybe to clarify that it is school year instead of just a year. So, but to make sure that it is the school year as
Ay,
being
siguro
used
po,
na.
for the period of the school year 2024 to 2025 to kung saan umabot yung 5 years and may be extendable up to depending, gano'n na lang po ilagay natin.
Okay. Sige po. Thank you for that reminder, Sec James. Any other query, clarification, manifestation? Any deliberation from the floor? Hearing none, shall we close the period of deliberation and proceed with the period of amendment?
Madam Presiding Officer, as manifested earlier, I propose an amendment that the Section 9 to read as follows. The PGM shall appropriate from the general fund a maximum amount of 1 million annually in the next 5 years, beginning school year 2024 to 2025, for the implementation of this ordinance, provided that the implementation of this ordinance may be extendable for another 5 years based on the assessment and recommendation of the Department of Education, Division of Marinduque.
Okay. Thank you. I think nakuha po ba ng Secretariat?
Oo naman.
Thank you po.
Pwede naman. Depende sa assessment.
So any other proposed amendment?
Depende sa assessment ng
Is the author, co-author, and sponsor okay with the amendment introduced?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you po. Any other proposed amendment? Okay.
No, tapos na.
Any amendment? Any proposed amendment with regard to the effectivity?
Yes, another amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, is on Section 12, that this ordinance shall take effect and be implemented for school year 2024 to 2025. Kalagay po kasi din 2023.
2023, 2020.
Okay po.
Oo, 23
Thank you. I
ito
think
eh.
that is non-debatable. Any other proposed amendment? So, yes, Honorable Red.
Madam Chair, kung wala na po, I move for the period to close the period of interpellation and
And amendment.
deliberation, Madam Chair. Amendments.
Okay. There is a motion to close the period of amendment also, and it is hereby closed. Let's proceed with any formal motion, Honorable Red.
Madam Chair, I move for the
Approval.
approval of the ordinance for second reading, Madam Chair.
Any second to the motion of Honorable Red for the approval of the ordinance on second reading? Duly seconded by Honorable Lim, Honorable Rehano, Honorable Leva. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Proposed ordinance number 16-42 is now approved on second reading. Thank you, Honorable Red.
We now go to proposed ordinance number 16-54. May I ask the Secretary to please read the title of the said ordinance? 16-54.
Okay, thank you.
Proposed ordinance number 16-54 entitled, An Ordinance Establishing the Governor's Excellence Award on Academics and the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Excellence Award for Leadership in the Province of Marinduque, authored by Honorable Aurelio J. Leva III, Chairperson of the Committee on Rules, Laws and Ordinances, co-authored and sponsored by Honorable Bertinos A. Valencia, Chairperson of the Committee on Youth and Sports, co-authored by Honorable Mercedes Arejano, Honorable Danilo Arred, and Honorable Carlos F. De Peralta.
May I ask that we recognize the Chairperson of the Committee on Youth and Sports for the sponsorship of the said measure.
Honorable Bertinos Valencia is recognized.
Madam Chair, I move for the open for deliberation and deliberation. Sorry, Madam Chair.
The period for interpellation is now opened, and the floor is open for any deliberation from the floor. Meron po bang karagdagang katanungan? Meron po ba, pwede po bang okay. Any okay. So, kung wala pong karagdagang katanungan, karagdagang paglilinaw, deliberate on this particular concern, what is the pleasure of Honorable Bertinos?
Madam Chair, I move to close the interpellation and deliberation of this ordinance.
It is hereby closed, and we can proceed with the period of amendment. Any proposed amendment? Yes, Honorable Leva.
Just a simple amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, on line 26, Academic and Leadership Excellence Award Ordinance of 2024. To take note of the year it was enacted.
An amendment to the title.
Yes, Madam.
Sino nang author nito? Okay. Is Honorable Valencia amenable to the amendment? Bukal Jojo. Okay.
Sponsor.
Okay. Is the sponsoring chair amenable to the amendment?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Valencia. Yes, what is the pleasure of Honorable Valencia?
Madam Chair, I move to close the interpellation of the proposed ordinance.
Okay, the period of amendment is likewise closed. And what is the pleasure of the sponsoring chair? Yes, Honorable Valencia. Any formal motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I move for the approval on the second reading of the proposed ordinance number 16-54.
Thank you, Honorable Valencia. Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Caballes, Honorable Leva, Honorable Rejano. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Proposed ordinance number 16-54 is now approved on second reading.
Next item is proposed ordinance number 16-55.
Yes, Honorable Leva.
Madam Presiding Officer, may this representation be recognized for the sponsorship of the said measure.
Proceed, Honorable Leva.
Madam Presiding Officer, before us is proposed ordinance number 16-55, and may I move for the opening of the period of deliberation and interpellation.
The period of deliberation is now open. The table is now open for deliberation.
Madam Presiding Officer, before us is proposed ordinance number 16-55, entitled an ordinance recognizing the Provincial Capital Choir as the official choral group of the provincial government of Marinduque, providing funds therefore and for other related purposes. To take note and amplify the concern of the presiding officer during the deliberation of the committee report, we added one section to be known as Section 4, a qualification of members. The regular members of the provincial capital shall be permanent employees of the provincial government of Marinduque. Contract of services and job orders may become temporary members of the choir, provided that their contract shall be for at least 6 months. That is the provision. And likewise, we also added additional proviso on Section 4 to be known as now as Section 5, provided that a choir master or leader shall be hired either on a contractual or consultancy service, which shall conduct the training and regular practice of the choir members. So that is the additional items introduced by the committee as part of the recommendation and manifestation of the presiding officer last week.
Thank you, Honorable Leva. May the presiding officer inquire, is the sponsoring committee willing to consider some incentives to the employees who will be regularly members of the choir? What will be the possible incentives that are being given to them? Will there be ano nga yung
Nakalagay po
not
dito,
necessarily monetary
per dimes,
compensatory time?
pero nakalagay po dito, ang ano po nila is per dimes, transportation allowance, uniform, and food allowance. So if we will also if they will receive per dime, there is no need for them to have a compensatory time off. Ay kaya nga kung halimbawa ay wala namang per dime, pag dito lang sa compensatory time off po, pwede po yun. Ilagay po natin.
Okay. Thank you po. Or any other non-monetary kagaya ng halimbawa, meron bang sa mga rating, sa performance management nila, I do not know. But siguro subsequently na lang. Anyway. So, those were the additional amendments as proposed by the committee and as clarified by the reporting committee chair. Okay, so what is the pleasure of the sponsoring chair?
I move to close the period of interpellation and debate, and I move to open the period of amendment. As a matter of amendment, the red lettered words and as is part of the amendment of the committee. Likewise, we will add also the word compensatory time off in the per dimes, transportation allowance, uniform, and food allowance, and other non-monetary benefits as may be necessary.
Okay. Para may leeway ng konti
leeway
ang
po.
executive. Thank you, Honorable.
As may be provided for by the provincial governor. Ano
Okay,
po kaya?
by the executive.
By the executive. By the local chief executive.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Leva. Any other amendments to be included? Meron pa po ba kayong nakikita na baka na overlook possible provision? Kung wala na po, what is the pleasure of the sponsoring chair?
I move to close the period of amendment.
The period of amendment is hereby closed. And what is the pleasure of the sponsoring chair?
I move that we approve on second reading proposed ordinance number 16-55 entitled An Ordinance Recognizing the Provincial Capital Choir as the official choral group of the provincial government of Marinduque, providing funds therefore and for other related purposes. I so move.
Any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Manggol. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Proposed ordinance number 16-55 is now approved on second reading.
Next is the proposed ordinance number 16-59. May this representation be recognized again for the sponsorship of the said measure.
Again, proceed, Honorable Leva.
Let it be placed on record that together with this representation, this proposed ordinance is also being sponsored by Honorable Danilo L. Red. But for and in behalf of Danilo Honorable Red, this representation will do the honor of sponsoring this measure.
Proceed, Honorable Leva.
Madam Presiding Officer, before us is proposed ordinance number 16-59. I move for the opening of the period of amendment of interpellation and debate.
The period of interpellation and debate is now opened. Any query, interpellation from the floor?
Just an explanation, Madam Presiding Officer, that as an offshoot of the recommendation during the reporting, we also include not only the board and the bar, but other government qualifying examinations. And we add in the definition of terms, the government examinations, as well as the Civil Service Commission and the National Police Commission exam and other professional qualifying examination administering agencies. So that is the additional inputs that the committee introduced as a matter of the result of the deliberation during the committee reporting.
Ito po ba yung mga in red?
Yes, Madam
Okay.
Presiding Officer.
So, thank you. Any other clarification from the floor? Hearing none.
Hearing none, Madam Presiding Officer, I move that we close the period of interpellation and debate.
The period of interpellation and debate is hereby closed. We will proceed with the period of amendment.
For the period of amendment, again, for line 27, may I ask that the word of 2024 be added? And likewise, the red-lettered words be considered as an amendment introduced by the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Leva. Any other proposed amendment from the members of the board?
Likewise, Madam Presiding Officer, the effectivity of this ordinance, so that we will not be asked for additional budget supplementation. Instead of 2023 to 24, may it be considered 2024 to 2025?
Again, Honorable Leva.
The beginning of the school year, Madam Presiding Officer, is for 2024 to 2025. Meaning, beginning this school year, doon pa lang po mag-uumpisa yung, yung implementation of this ordinance.
Yes, what is the pleasure of Honorable Valencia?
Madam Chair, gusto ko lang po itanong kung hindi...
Is that related to
yes
the...
po, sa section 13 po. Yung how about the graduating students from the year 2023 and 2024? Are they qualified pa rin po na?
Ay kung ma-approve nga po yung amendment ko, hindi po sila maka-qualified. Kaya I am introducing that amendment, but if it's up to the body if they will approve that amendment. That instead of 2023 to 2024, we make it 2024 to 2025.
Okay, and the effect of that is that it will not include the graduating students now.
Now,
So, what is the position of the Honorable Bertinus Valencia with regard to that? Do you have a different opinion? Do you agree with the proposal of Honorable Leva, or you have another proposal?
Nating ma'am, sayang lang din po kasi.
You want to maintain the 2023-2024 school year?
because he will graduate as summa cum laude, Madam Presiding Officer.
So, do you want to
If it's
you
okay,
want to formalize that that we retain because there is a motion to amend. So, any second to that motion? Any second to the motion to amend? Instead of 2023-2024, the sponsoring chair is proposing an amendment that it be 2024 to 2025. The effect is that yung mga gagraduate ngayon will not be covered. So, any second to that?
If there's no second, I'm withdrawing my proposal.
Okay.
In favor of the 2023-2024. Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Leva. So, it's retained. Any other proposed amendment?
None, Madam Presiding Officer.
Kung wala na po, we close the period of amendment, and what is the pleasure of the sponsoring chair?
I move that we approve on second reading proposed ordinance number 16-59 entitled an ordinance granting cash incentive to the Marinduqueños who graduated with Latin honors and who are board, bar, and government qualifying examination top-notchers and providing funds in the implementation therefore.
Any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Cabales, Honorable Manggol, Honorable Rehano, Honorable Bertinus, Valencia. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved, and proposed ordinance number 16-59 is now approved on second reading.
Madam Presiding Officer, another ordinance is proposed ordinance number 16-66, authored by Honorable Antonio L. Mangkukan and sponsored by this representation in his capacity of the committee as chairperson of the Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances. May this representation be recognized again.
Proceed, Honorable Leva.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I move for the opening of the period of interpellation and debate?
The period of interpellation and debate is hereby opened. Any interpellation from the floor?
Madam Presiding Officer, I would like just to answer your query as to whether Mr. Tirso Sardegna was mentioned in this. The answer is in affirmative, Madam Presiding Officer, because in the second whereas clause, Mr. Tirso Sardegna, a visionary musician, was mentioned as the one who organized the group. So, na-mention po si Mr. Sardegna dito sa ordinansa na ito. Yung po yung...
Opo, hindi lang po siya yung nag-organize, but he was a duly recognized master by the National NCCA. So
isasama po natin yon sa...
Kung pwede po, at sana ang sumunod ho ay kung ano pong incentive ang mabibigay kay maestro who has consistently ay na protektahan ito pong ganito. Naalala lang ho, may nag-remind lang ho sa akin that in the previous years, Maestro, anong tawag?
Tirso Sardegna.
Maestro Tirso Sardegna is receiving, I don't know, an honorarium, but it stopped. It stopped with the during the time of the old administration, but it stopped. But it stopped because there is no ordinance that institutionalized it. Now, ito po yung nakikita natin. If in the previous years, that recognition and consideration was given him, the body may also consider to give through an ordinance a sort of recognition and incentive to him for that recognition given by the NCCA also.
May we ask the author if it is okay for him to...
Is the principal author of the ordinance amenable to include that recognition and consideration? Is the principal author amenable po na magkaroon ng malagyan ng isang provision kung saan po ay merong due recognition to Maestro Tirso for his achievement and contribution dito po, and also the possibility of giving him sort of incentive for as long as he lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Medyo may edad na rin po pati.
Yes, Madam Chair, the proponent is amenable to that recommendation.
Marami pong salamat sa ating principal author, Honorable Mangkukang.
With the concurrence of the author, may we ask how much we are going to give to Mr. Cedena annually until he... a lifetime incentive of, let's say, 20,000 annual a year. Hanggang siya nabubuhay, meron siyang 20,000 na...
3 times 12, ilan?
Ano?
3 times 12.
36.
36 kung 3,000 per month
Per month,
or 2,500 per month. Magkano po yun sa 12 years?
30,000.
30,000.
So,
Can you
30,000.
make it 30,000? Is the principal author amenable to that? A lifetime incentive of 30,000 per year.
Mas maganda po, Madam Chair, na mapasama po ito.
Okay. Marami pong salamat, Honorable Mangkukang.
So, yun lang po. At saka po yung Kwatingan at Bayog. Hindi po yun ano ha. O po yun, Bayog. Yun daw po ang kahoy sa Kalutang. Hindi daw po kawayan. Kasi yung nakalagay po yata dito nung una ay kawayan. Ay Bayog po, Bayog.
Is it possible rin po na yung lifetime yung kanyang incentive ay ibigay tuwing birthday niya?
Pwede po natin ilagay doon sa ano.
Or during sa bagay baka may celebration
Ay, baka
naman.
naman po, may
Baka
ano
may
yan.
celebration na culture and arts. Sige po. Thank you po. So any other amendment? Kailan po magsisimula 'yon, yung effectivity ng incentive sa kanya?
2025 na po.
Okay.
29. Alagay na rin doon that which shall take effect on January 1, 2025.
Okay. Any other amendment? Kung wala na po, what's the pleasure
I
of
move
the
that we close the
sponsor?
period of debate and interpellation and open the period of amendment and consider the proposed amendment of the Honorable Presiding Officer as the amendment to this ordinance.
Thank you so much for the consideration to the presiding officer.
If there's no other amendment, then I move for the closure of the period of amendment.
The period of amendment is hereby closed. What's the pleasure of the sponsoring chair?
I move that we approve proposed ordinance number 16-66 entitled An Ordinance Declaring the Kalutang Group as an Official Cultural Group in the Province of Marinduque. I so move. On second reading.
Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Manggol, Honorable Caballes, Honorable Valencia. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved and proposed ordinance number 16-66 is now approved on second reading.
Madam Presiding Officer, another business for the day is the proposed resolution to be authored by the Committee on Education, Culture and Arts.
The gentleman, chairman of the Committee on Education is recognized. Honorable Red.
Madam Chair, this representation formally moves for the approval, granting authority to enter into agreement by and between the provincial government of Marinduque, represented by our Honorable Governor Presbitero Velasco Jr. and the Philippine Business for Social Progress, represented by
Philippine
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 Business
Science.
for Social Program.
Philippine Business for Social
Philippine
Progress.
Science,
Tama ba?
Philippine Science High School.
Yung sa immersion pa po.
Sandali. Ito. Madam Chair, I formally moves, this representation formally moves for the approval, granting authority to enter into a memorandum of understanding by and between the provincial government of Marinduque, represented by Honorable Presbitero Velasco Jr. and the Philippine Science High School, Mimaropa Region Campus, represented by Romeo C. Ongpoy Jr. Madam Chair, I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Red. Any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Caballes, Honorable Bertinus Valencia, Honorable Manggol, Honorable Rihano. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. And the resolution granting authority to Honorable Governor Presbitero Velasco Jr. to enter into and sign a memorandum of agreement, a memorandum of understanding with the Philippine Science High School Mimaropa Region Campus relative to the Science Immersion Program is now approved.
We now go to the proposed resolution number 2024-748. May I ask that we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Appropriation.
Honorable Ismael Lim is recognized.
Madam Chair, this representation moves for the passage of the proposed resolution providing supplemental appropriation in the total amount of 1,100,000 pesos under the Office of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Legislative for the purchase of a conference table, chairs, sound system, and
Go to proposed resolution number 2024-749. Again, may I ask that we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Appropriation.
Again, Honorable Lim is recognized.
thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Floor Leader. This representation moves for the passage of the resolution, a proposed resolution providing supplemental appropriation in the total amount of 400,000 pesos under the Office of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Legislative for the purchase of additional materials, equipment for the paperless session and legislative tracking system. Madam Chair, I so move.
Any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Manggol, Honorable Rihano, Honorable Mangkukang. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. And proposed resolution number 2024-749, entitled Resolution Providing Supplemental Appropriation in the amount of 400,000 under the Office of Sangguniang Panlalawigan Legislative for the purchase of additional materials, equipment for paperless session and legislative tracking system is now approved.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Lim.
Next item in the business for today is the accompanying resolution of the Committee Report number 433-2024 of the Joint Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances and the Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology. May I ask that to recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Environmental Protection and Human Ecology for the sponsorship of the said measure.
Honorable Antonio Mangkukang is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. This representation formally moves for the passage of a resolution giving authority to the provincial governor to apply for forest land use agreement for other lawful purpose or flag OLP with the DENR for the Balogo International Port Project and economic zone in Santa Cruz, Marinduque. I so move, Madam Chair.
Any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Manggol, Honorable Red, Honorable Rejano, Honorable Leva. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved, and the resolution granting authority to Honorable Governor Presbytero Velasco Jr. to apply for and on behalf of the province for a gratuitous special use permit or GSUP with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources regarding the rehabilitation, repair of the Balogo Port, Santa Cruz, Marinduque is now approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, may this representation be recognized for the sponsorship of a resolution as an offshoot of the committee report of the Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances.
That is committee report number, ano nga po?
434-2024.
Yes, Honorable Leva, proceed.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I move for the adoption of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance number 2024-376 of the Municipality of Buwak as valid and within the power of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Leva. Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Manggol, Honorable Rejano, Honorable Valencia. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved, and the resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance number 2024-376 of the Municipality of Buwak is now approved as
That's-
valid and operative and within the authority of the said LGU to enact.
That's all for the business for the day. We don't have any unassigned business. We don't have any proposed ordinance and resolution for third and final reading.
Kung wala na po, yes, Honorable Bertinus Valencia.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a very important announcement. I move for the adjournment of today's session.
The session is adjourned. Our next session is on July 12 in Tabionan, Gasan.